my dear Leos, this is your love and spirituality reading for the time between March 16 and March 31st, 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I have put astrological information for the month of March in a video of its own that you can check out in my playlist Q&A. You can also find it at my webpage www.queenofcupstarot.se, where you can find and buy all the decks I'm using in this video. There's also a subscription service up on my webpage that you can take part of if you want to learn more about spiritual growth, yoga, and tarot. For this reading, I used the Tarot of the Hidden Realms by Julia Jeffrey and Barbara Moore, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, when I open your deck here, I see the Magician and Ten of Swords. So the Magician means that you have a lot of power right now for creation, and the Ten of Swords might mean that you're aiming that power towards maybe a little bit unhealthy things. Here you have the Nine of Pentacles underneath, so it shows that you can shift between being the creator from the center of your being, or being the creator that creates havoc in your life. So it's very important that you keep yourself sharp and aware of what you're thinking and what you are aiming your energy towards. Your thoughts become the house you live in, as Hafiz once said. Okay, so I call the Divine with love and light. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles together with the Magician. So Queen of Pentacles, we saw the Nine of Pentacles, both are connected to Virgo. So being a very stable person, a little bit stubborn, a little bit like an Iron Maiden, if you think like an female warrior dressed in armor. So, and being very sure, but yet the same time very prosperous and luscious. So you are this this beautiful, it's like a rose, beautiful flower with a beautiful scent, but if you try to grab it, it has thorns. So it's talking about mainly about not victimizing yourself by becoming very like in love with self, and being very strong in yourself, and also she is the creator, she's a teacher, she is a garden, she is everything like this. So you have endless possibilities to create beautiful, beautiful things, creative things in your life. Magician is also Mercury. We will have a Mercury retrograde happening in the end of March. I'm not sure, I've forgotten the date. So I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have the Four of Pentacles and the Magician. So I'm thinking you want to create like a safe haven for yourself, but and it seems very prosperous. Six of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles underneath there. So maybe this is good. You need to have the thorns. You need to have the boundaries, and you don't need the bitterness. You don't need anger. You don't need that kind of thing. What you need is just firm boundaries. Being very like, there was a thorn in your finger just now, and it's no anger behind of it. Just like you know where your limits are, where you know where you end and another person begins. So I call the six elements: earth, wind, Page of Pentacles, wind, fire, water, spirit, Ace of Pentacles, and water, no, spirit, water, ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So you saw Page of Pentacles, earth, pure earth, Ace of Pentacles, pure earth. So there's a new beginning for you if you are in alignment with your true self and you don't try to be someone else. You are without masks, without this what you're pretending to be, someone that you're not, someone that's maybe more obedient, more of something that you're not. Okay, you need to be more yourself. Okay, so I've seen your candle has burned out there, so I will pause a little bit and lit a new one for you. So, like magic. And also I have put this amethyst there. It has been out tonight in the snow and the moonlight, the full moonlight. So it's it's powered up, okay? Okay, so tune in first, sorry. Leo. Okay, so Leo, this is your future, and this is your now, the second part of March 2018, and this is your past. So in the past we have the Fool. So the Fool is very courageous, very trusting, jump into everything where they are needed. So it's a lot of bravery, but it might have led to you being taken for granted, or because you were brave, because you gave all of yourself, people were not really fully valuing you. So this is what I'm seeing here in the past, and this is the now, and here we have the beautiful 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups and King of Cups. Some of you might have been meeting a water sign, and it seems very hot here. So instead of maybe very wet here, okay, it's more wet than hot was what I was trying to say. So all this water, I think either you are in love with someone or someone is in love with you. There might be a new relationship here going on with the Fool and this 10 of Cups. Maybe not so new, but the Fool says new, the 10 of Cups says old. Okay, like a marriage. So it might be been a new reignition in your marriage, maybe with Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer person. And here we have the 3 of Wands. So 3 of Wands is the Holy Trinity, Mother, Father, Child. It's the Holy Trinity within you. Here you have the Star card as well. So it might be like a relationship with higher purpose here with the 3 of Wands. The Star is Aquarius, and the 3 of Wands is talking about, like, you know what you want. Don't compromise. Don't take something just because it's given. Watch given horse in the mouth and all these things. So it's about negotiation. You can't just, you know, accept whatever the divine give you and say, okay, it comes from the divine, so I have to say yes. You don't. Okay, it's kind of a little bit of a test baked in this. So checking out that you have boundaries and being like the red rose with the thorns. You don't want to let things happen in the way that they did before, with you being all trusting and without thorns and people taking you for granted. So you need to have, like, show where this, what I said before, where you ends and another person begins. Don't be a slave to love. Okay, so this is your past, Leo, and here we have the Sun. So both the Fool and the Sun, that's rather intense. That's very much energetic. It's very soul-like your soul is really present inside of you. This is also Leo, and we have the butterfly in both those pictures. So it seems like you are in tune with your soul self, and you might have find your way home to yourself, and it's like you're fully illuminated with your soul's light here, and maybe also your soul's purpose. Very shining. And here we have a 2 of Pentacles. So what to do with this blessed new you? What to do with this beautiful light you have in your life now? So it's kind of step-by-step change. You don't really see where it's going quite just yet, but the sun is shining on these flowers. They are starting to grow. Something is starting to grow. As I said, you don't know where it's going to end up. It's just starting. It's just very new here, step by step, trying to find balance also. So this is not, it's not in a hurry. And here we have an 8 of Pentacles as well. So it's like you are put into a test. 8 of Pentacles is a very good card, but for you it will feel like having the same nightmare over and over again. But it's more like you have done this penny, you went to them, to the boss, and they say, no, that's not perfect, try again. And then you go again, and they say, no, that's not perfect, try again, try again, try again. So it will feel like a nightmare eventually. It's just your life repeating like this, and you get a new chance, new chance, new chance to do certain things all over again, like in a new way, in a better way. So there's no room for being irritated. It's just to do it. The Two of Pentacles also, usually the 8 is an eternity symbol like this. In many decks, also the Two of Pentacles have this eternity symbol. So you're really perfecting something. It's something that your soul knows, but from your perspective, like the little bit more frog perspective, it's still a little bit unknown. It's like you don't know exactly what it is that you're supposed to do, but you're trying with your best effort. You're trying to solve any kind of problems that comes along, and every time you feel like you are unbalanced, like you're losing a little bit of balance, you're starting to become like this, you are doing something to fix it. It's like you're being a problem solver here. So for example, if someone says something that makes you out of balance, the Eight of Pentacles steps in and fixes it. Maybe you tell, maybe you say, okay, you said this, I reacted like this. And that might be enough for putting you back into balance. You might be scared of conflicts and so on, but when you're voicing yourself like this, people actually get a chance to really get to know you, instead of you just showing up a facade. So very shiny. It looks like spring already happened with Leo here, maybe in February, early March. Very shiny and new. And happy. It seems very happy. Maybe you had found some kind of happiness inside yourself. I see 2 people here, but in other cards there's like 1 person. So it's like you have come home to yourself a little bit and kind of landed in groundedness. It's earth here. So even if the Fool might be like a helium balloon, you have an anchor here with the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So, this is in the now. We had the Ten of Cups there. So the first card for you is Five of Swords. So Five of Swords is this, when something, like you have this beautiful inside, everything is blessed. You feel like there's a beautiful tone, like just like it doesn't care really, it's just go there. And then comes someone, says a word, or you feel something in the air, and just your balance is gone, like the Two of Pentacles here. It's like falling like this. So everything was nice until someone said this word, or you got this insight of some sort, like you got an input of some sort that was in this harmony with you. And so we can say that you are here, and as long as you are here, you are in balance. But if someone says something, you can be thrown out of your own balance, thrown out of your own center. And maybe you turn into either aggressiveness, like you pick a battle with that person, or you might turn to like your lifeline. It might be being very well, how can I say this, polite, being very polite. Maybe you act very polite. Someone's saying something stupid and you just work around it. And that might be your normal automatic way of doing things. But now I would wish you for do something like a little bit more direct. If someone says something rude to you and your usual reaction is to become like real mad, and now maybe you can just ask them, so what did you mean? You said this, what happened there? What did you do? So you don't have to be aggressive. Or if you always turn into being very submissive, this time maybe you can say also the same thing. So what happened? What did you do? What did you mean? Instead of just playing along and being polite. So there's some kind of pattern that wants to be broken here. So you're getting some challenges here with love, it seems. Like someone that truly loves you. So a soul that truly loves you. They might not love you in this time. They can be like the stupid boss of yours, for example. So, but in another dimension, they are your helper. So they are your helper here. Also, it just doesn't feel like that because they are doing stupid things. But they are doing stupid things to provoke you. So you can try this out again and again and again and eventually learn something new. Okay. And here centered, we have the blasted beach. So that's the Tower card. So when the Tower cards comes, it's something that's, again, it's wrecking your balance, but it's much more like it's throwing you off, or it's throwing you away. Someone will maybe say something or do something that's a little bit humiliating, or someone will come, maybe someone that loves you comes out of the blue and just reaches out to you. Maybe they have had a beef with you for a long time without you really knowing it. Maybe they come and say, oh, you did this in the past and I got so mad with you and you don't understand and blah, blah, blah. And you are like, what? So, and it can be you that's doing this towards someone also. You might have a beef with them and they don't even know it. Okay, so we'll see what's going on here. Blasted beach, tower. It seems stormy wherever you are anyway. And then we have life renewed. Okay, so I think that it might be that someone has had a beef with you and you didn't know it, or you had this, and what you really want is not to have the beef. You want to have the conflict sorted out so the relationship can start anew. Okay, so someone wants to clear the air with you, or you want to clear the air with someone. And it's how you solve this problem, or someone wants to solve this problem with you. So it's like they're offering another chance. Maybe you need to talk it out. Maybe you need to battle it out. And it's in the bottom, is this beautiful love. So someone might come and they might come like a little bit aggressive. Here you are in your beautiful, blissful, like na 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 here. And then from nowhere, it comes this like an attack on you from someone that you love that wants to reconnect with you. And you don't even know that you had a problem. So this is what I'm seeing. And I'm not seeing really, it seems like it's coming from you, but also the solutions coming from you. So it's hard to say who's involved in this, but of course there can be an inner conflict as well. This might be going on inside of you, that you have everything is nice, and suddenly you get this feeling of everything not being nice and life being thrown on end. Just because the planet has moved some in the sky, then everything has changed, and inside of you there's like a storm. But then it's just something that wants to, you know, come from that storm, something new or something old that wants to be renewed. So it's spring anyway. It's just a little bit like a storm that's bringing in the warm winds. Okay. Oh, so looks beautiful. Next card with you. We continue with the battle here. It's a 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. We saw the card, this with the Alchemist card. I think it was here. That's 14, Temperance card. We see this, how we mix the water back and forth. And the fairy stallion, it's the chariot, is how you take two energies and put them together. And it might be like water and fire. It will like when you do this. So the 5 is connected to conflicts that you have in a society or in a relationship, or it's like when two different elements meet each other. They will feel attracted to each other, but they will also kind of destroy each other or cause conflict with one another. So they want to learn from each other. Water wants to learn from fire, and fire wants to learn from water. So it's like an alchemic process is going on here, but on your surface level it will look like you're irritated irritated on someone, or maybe that someone is a little bit irritated with you. So, and the blasted beach 16 is also connected with the chariot that we had here underneath there. So you can be able to move forward with this. It's like a beautiful love, but something has been out of harmony, and it wants to come into harmony, probably through some kind of reopening of old graves, or talking about the old, discussing it, trying to see why things happen in the way they did, and who was to blame also. It doesn't mean that there's actually someone to blame. It's just like sorting things out. If you get the experience from the past, you will know how to deal with things for the future. It's the 8 of Pentacles. You find a new way of doing things. If you just brush everything underneath the carpet and pretend like it never happens, it will happen again and again and again and again. So this is putting some attention to what has been. It might be uncomfortable, like a child coming to their parents and saying, you were really bad parents. And the parents are like, what? And yes, you did this and this and this and that and that and that. And this is a part of the child's grown-up process. They need to say this, not because you were really bad parents, but it's because they are processing their process of being grown up themselves and being able to use their own judgment to see things. And when you say, okay, yes, I don't remember quite like that, but I probably did that, and it was so stupid. If it was happening today, I would have done it completely different. And those were the days, okay? So you don't deny the thing, even if you think that the person is like a maniac. You go with it because it's a healing process. It has nothing to really do with you. It is all to do with the other person that needs to have this healing moment. So even if you feel unjustly treated, I think you can rise above and just, yes, oh God, did I do that? Oh, it was really stupid. How could I? And also maybe you need to do this towards another person, tell them all the stupid things they did, and bring it out to the light so it can be healed and integrated, and you both learn from this situation. It's not about really putting the blame anywhere. It's more about finding beautiful ways to continue the relationship with harmony and understanding. It's very blissful here with all the water thingies, okay? And next card is the Eight of Wands. So also the Eight of Wands is this very clear communication, making room for no misunderstandings. Everything is crystal clear, light as day. So you have the sun's rays and you have the sun there. So it can't be misunderstandings after this. You need to be crystal clear. If you have the little, like slightest little hiccup, next time you get a chance, tell the person, like the other time we met, you did this, you said this was my reaction, this is what I think about this. And when you are done talking, they can tell you their point of view and their reaction. And you don't have to have a beef. You just need to put a little bit like wind into there, a little bit of like new air. It's very fiery here. Maybe that will create a firestorm. I don't know, but anyway, that's how I felt. Like it needs to be more communication. So you don't have to have something like infectious that's going on underneath the surface, and people are silently having a little bit repulsion towards the other person just because they said and did something that threw you or them out of balance. Instead, you're dealing with it all the time. When it's happening, you're dealing with it, and that's how you also become very intimate with a person. When you deal things, like you exchange these small secrets of how you react on things. You're also opening up. This is also beautiful opening up. So the teenager that does this towards their parents, they are also giving them like a trust. See here, I'm trusting you. I'm telling you what I really felt about that situation. And show yourself to be trustworthy by saying, okay, so I didn't see it like that, but when I hear you say it, I understand. I understand completely how you felt. That was a stupid move from my end. I should have done it in another way. And the next card is the Ten of Pentacles. So, Ten of Pentacles. You're building on something. Like something that has a value for the future. Something that's long-lasting. Like a committed love relationship. Maybe you're having, like it's the small piglet here and the wolf. And they come and huff and puff your house down, but you're building a better and better house because you are becoming more and more authentic with who you are. And you are also this rose with the thorns. So if they try to do stupid things, they will know. Okay, so that's building like this brick house for you. And you are building like a beautiful foundation for you to continue your life. It might also be that you are doing something that's very prosperous. It's springtime here, being rocked a little bit here. Maybe you get nervous. Maybe it gets too much of a good thing here. 10, 20. But here you kind of, after a time of storm and conflict, you sort it out. And you get some everyday kind of stability into this. So it might be like a new business or venture or anything like this. Anyway, it looks very prosperous and very happy. And you have 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. That's the very feminine tens. So it might talk about love and prosperity, committed love relationships, maybe working through something and making a situation much more stable because you sort out all the old things that was infected. So it looks very beautiful, very prosperous, and we will see what the wisdom of the Oracle Divination card has to say to you, my dear Leos. Also see that there's 2 of Pentacles and 2 life renewed. Yin. Yes, the flower. Ah, I get it. Yin. 2. Yes, I said it. 2. 2, 2. 2. The feminine principle of receptivity. Letting someone else make the first move. Gathering information and taking in cues. The art of conscious allowing. Listening as well. This person being upset. Listening. Don't try to get, you know, the last word. Just listen. Okay, so... And take note. Really try to understand what the person is meaning also. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resisting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. So, for example, if you're on a date, you will look at like how this person would benefit to be in your life and how they will it would benefit you to have them in your life. You can also look at the point of attraction that you have between one another and also the red flags. So I'm thinking this is about the red flags. Contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dream manifests. And also, don't forget about the thorns. Let others take the lead right now in your relationship. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, conscious surrender. Be yielding the reins. You will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. Maybe not by their action, but with your awareness at least, that you saw who they were before you had married them. Okay, so it's not about like building dream castles. It's about seeing the reality and taking it as it is and knowing when to say yes and when to say no. This is a time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behaviors and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a backseat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating what must happen. Let others come to you. It's important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. How do you want to feel? Basking in your success. Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. Yes, if you have trouble receiving, you stop the flow of abundance when you constantly insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach. You must be the student, the open vessel, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. You receive the bounty that is yours. So, it seems very relaxed for you, Leos. You have been to war. Now it's time to just, you know, be pampered. Lay on the divan and eat grapes and drink fruit juices and let things of beauty come to you, okay? So, Wild Kuan-Yin Oracle, Oracle cards for my dear Leos. So, what's we? Okay. Sisters of Sacral Spiral. I think you have had this before. 27. So, the higher plan that has been lovingly prepared for you is like a beautiful tapestry coming into view, thread by thread. There will be a moment where suddenly the pattern becomes clearly visible, all preparation finally showing itself in effect. The time for acknowledgement and celebration shall happen soon. My weaving hand is steady, sure, and swift, and the threads of your life are rapidly taking shape to reveal my most beautiful divine plans for you. The preparation for manifestation requires faith. There can be much effort, even more patience and persistence required before we see proof of our efforts in desired results. As we grow closer towards what we want, whatever has blocked us from having that in our lives will arise to be dealt with and resolved. So I'm thinking this is why you are sitting here listening to things. Like in your situations, you are being more the listener, because things are going to arise and you're going to recognize them. Oh, here it comes again. Here troubles comes. And you will be so eager when trouble comes, and you can take care of it, okay? You may feel as though you are losing ground, regressing, or somehow going further back on your path than you have ever been, but you are not. You are becoming more able to live your dream. You are clearing out the issues that have been prevented you from receiving what you want from our generous universe. You are going into, or are already in, an intense period of personal and spiritual growth. This will entail much joy and forward movement towards your destiny, and also some confrontation with the darkness in your own being, fear, doubt, grief, which will help you heal and become free to enjoy the manifestation of your dreams. You are guided to let go and trust in what is taking its place. Okay, so that looks very beautiful. It seems like you don't have so much effort on your hand, like so much problems right now, Leo. You can lean back and just be very authentic and be the listener, okay? And also communicate. It's like some kind of, it's step by step, and then it's like the tower, and then a flash of lightning. So it might come, you might want to take something slow, but something might come through like very quickly also. So it might, you might need to have to do quick life decisions. That's really, they're going to be really serious, but for good, like you will be able to invite really good things, but it might come like this. You need to make a serious decision about something. Okay, so I hope this helped. I want you to take really, really good care. And I also want to invite you, Leos, to join me in my subscription service at my webpage, where I do this Kundalini yoga for making your inside to a more prosperous place, cleaning out the inside, making you also vibrate on a much higher level. We're also doing a lot of different spiritual from my spiritual growth series about how to become rock solid, or how to sever ties with people, or send away pain. And so if you want to join me with that, you can check the description box underneath this video. And I want to wish you a beautiful March. And today when I'm doing this, it's the full moon. So you can enjoy that too. And full moon is about releases. Release the old, bring in the new. And it seems to be a lot of newness with you. Also, every new moon you can wish for new things, like wish for what you want, and it will come to you usually very quickly. So I welcome you back to my April reading that I will do in mid-month March. Okay, bye bye.